Uplift the lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Before my life begun, I'm so glad that my problem stays with you. With confidence I know your grace will pull me through. Well, you promised to always be there. I trust in you because I know you can. Lord, I got a situation that is going on in my life, and I need you here by my side. Lord, I got a situation, only you can make it right. I surrender, please be my guide. I'll sit and wait patiently. I know that in your time that you will answer me. Lord, I thank you for letting me cast my fears and healing all the pain and drying my tears. You promised to always be there. Trust in you because I know you can. Lord, I got a situation that is going on in my life, and I need you here by my side. Lord, I got a situation, only you can make it right. I surrender.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. You have made it to On the Couch with Beauty. You hosted by Beauty Cooper. Today, your fill-in host, Reverend Nikki, would like to thank everybody who has given a listened ear. We also would like to give dedication and thanks to Kimmy and Elation Radio. We thank you so much for the opportunity. At this point, we're going to be reading the Word of God, and today's encouraging word is centered around recognizing your victory. Your victory will occur not because you moved mountains on your own. Your victory will not occur because you had the strength and the tenacity. The victory will occur because God's hand is upon your life, and He is going to move you from where you are to where you're going. The word of the day is Numbers, and we're going to be reading from Numbers chapter 21. And we're actually going to be in two separate parts, but the focus word is verse 34. And the Lord said unto Moses, Fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people, and his land. And thou shalt do to him as thou didst unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon. Now, of course, if you don't know who that is, and you don't know what's going on, that's not going to have a big impact on you. Now, is it? You will get the fact that you're going to have everything, but you won't understand everything until you understand what's going on in this scripture. So if you look a little bit up further, in Numbers 21:21, Israel has sent messengers unto Sihon, the king of the Amorites, asking that they allow them to go through the land, as they did not want to go the direction that they were going to go all the way around. And when they did so, they said, we won't touch nothing that you got. We won't drink any of your water. We'll literally just go through the highway. We just want to get straight through. We're not going to hurt anything. We just want to get to the other side. And sometimes in our lives we have people that are blocking us from getting to the other side. And they think that if they put up boundaries, if they think that if they come and attack us, they think that if they tear our name down, they think that if they ruin our character, they think that if they put us in predicaments where we're harmed, hurt, or indifferent, that they're going to get victory from doing so. They see that we're at our weakest place, and so, you know what, I'm going to attack on them. But your victory it's fitting to come right there at that moment. Because you're God's child, He is not going to allow you to be attacked. He is not going to allow you to be hurt. He is not going to allow you to be the tail and not the head. He is going to lift you up on a platform that you have no idea is coming. You see, in chapter 21 of Numbers, and verses 24, well, really 23 and 24, it explained how Sihon decided he was going to send forth his entire army to destroy the Israelites. Now, I want you to pay attention. Moses sent word to say, hey, look, we want to get through. We don't want to touch anything you've got, not a vineyard, not a fruit, not a water, nothing. We just want to walk through your property so we can get to the other side. He said, you know what, I'm going to kill you. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to walk through. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to walk around. And that's the devil. That's the enemy. But listen, I want you to understand that the victory is already yours. And see, it's important that you understand that the victory is already yours. You've been in this situation before. This isn't brand new. So let's go back into the word. Let's go back to the word. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword and possessed his land, from Arnon to my head. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. They took every city that he was overseer of. All right, let's go backward. So they sent out a message. Can we go through? Moses simply just wanted to reach one side to the other side with no indirect types of attacks. Wasn't going to harm anything he had, just wanted to go through. So instead, the person said, no, I'm fitting to send an army to kill you. So God said, you're going to have the promised land. You're going to do what I called you to do. And regardless who comes up against you, you're going to prosper and succeed. So then he sent forth his child and all of the Israelites to attack. And not only did they attack, but they got everything that the man had and then some. All they wanted was to go through. But they ended up coming out of it with a victory that only God could have done. It's not anything that you can do. But when you go forward and you listen to his word, you are obedient and you are humble, you will not only receive everything you ask for, but you'll receive extra. Now, I know some of us, sometimes we go through these things and we don't see it that way. If I could, there was an opportunity where I was at my job, and I will never forget this day or this season. I was working, and I was working on a team. And I would submit information before I took anything to our client. I would always go to the team first. The idea is that you want to show a unified front. You never want to be against each other. You always want to be with each other. And that's the same way we should be in the church. So I'm like, let me work with my team before I present anything, whether it has our name on it or mine. So as I took it to my team, my teammate had no problems with my work. Oh, it looks great. Oh, you did wonderful. However, this exact same teammate, the moment I would take anything in front of the client, and we all had to be there, she would stand up and say, well, I have the liberty to look it over. And there are many opportunities that we could fix. Now, understand? When she was saying it, she was dead wrong. The client said, well, no, I like what she's done, and I'm going to stick with it. And this became a pattern. Multiple times was I interrupted. Multiple times was I sabotaged. Multiple times was I attacked. And finally, God told me to stand up in authority and let her know who she was attacking. I'm like, at work? You sure you want me to do that, God? He said, do it with grace and with dignity. So I came to her and I said, hey, do you mind if we have a conversation? And as we sat down in the room, I promise you, I only said a few words. I know what you're doing, and you need to cut it out. I didn't say more than that because I didn't think it was necessary. Well, let me tell you how this story ends. Of course, she said, well, I think I should go get somebody. I said, no need. I'm letting you know. I see what you're doing. You're trying to sabotage me. Cut it out. Well, that had to have been in January. And by March, this young woman was my best advocate. You see, that wasn't a victory that I could have done. The old me, had it been an opportunity for the old me to come out, which it really was, but God had already changed me, that old Mickey would have been, hey, how dare you? What are you doing? Why would you try to do this to me? Oh, you want to go there? No. But now that God has touched me, guided me, I've grown and elevated, I was able to be obedient and recognize that that wasn't even my fight. All I had to do was stand up. And once I stood up, every enemy around me has no option but to submit to authority. And when they don't submit, the God that you serve will take them out. He moved her out of my way. Not only did she bend to the will of the authority of God, but she then started to make sure that she took care of God's kid. That is what God is getting ready to do for you. That is what this scripture means right now. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You're worried about people attacking you. You're worried about People putting up barriers. You even worried about circumstances looking funny. You worried about your finances, nothing but the devil. But I'm trying to explain to you we are in a season where all we have to do is declare and decree it, stand firm on his word, and make the decision in our hearts and minds to follow him 100%. And listen, the devil has got to bend to the authority of God. See, when he said in the word, fear not, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand. What he was saying was, don't you know I did this? Hold on. This is already handled. You're looking at this situation from a fleshly view. You're looking at this situation in your feelings. You're looking at this situation with your heart heavy. You're looking at this situation questioning and wondering how you're going to make it out. But listen, trust me. Fear him not. I already delivered you from this circumstance. No matter what your health looks like, no matter what your finances look like, no matter what your relationships look like, no matter what your employment looks like, no matter what the circumstances look like that are up against you, I have already delivered you. It's already been done. You remember back when I delivered you before and you couldn't believe it? You remember when I brought you out and I brought you out in a way that you know you couldn't have done it? Do you remember when you are at your lowest point before that you thought you could ever be at? And I elevated you and I lifted you up and I put you in a position that you're in now. Well, my baby, well, my child, fear not, I'm fitting to do it again. Fear not, it's going to happen again. Fear not, it's happening right now. Fear not, it's already done. Fear not, you've already been delivered. Fear not, your finances have already tripled. Fear not, I've already sent my angels to handle everything that comes up against you. Fear not, you're already walking down the aisle. Fear not, your marriage is already healed. Fear not, your body is already healed. Fear not, the degree is already claimed. Fear not, the job is already yours. Fear not, hired is your least of your worries. Fear not, the house is already yours. Fear not, your car is already paid off. Fear not. The same way I did it back then, it's the same way I'm going to do it right now. Don't you know what you just went through? Didn't you just have somebody attack you? Did not just save you. Don't you know what you just went through? Didn't you just see Satan's hand touching your kids and your family members, but did not just save them because you asked me to? All you got to do is stand still. Stand still and be in preparation. Stand still and be in preparation. So, believe it or not, God is moving in a mighty way in this season, and I just want to touch every person that's listening. I don't know how many people can hear us, and I don't know if you'll hear it again, but what I want to tell you is God is with you. What I want to tell you is God is using you. What I want to tell you is no matter what circumstance you're in, no matter how low you might feel, no matter what mental space you thought you were going to be in, God is going to give you peace in this season. The peace comes when you trust him. The peace and the deliverance and the victory all comes together. It's coming together for your good. You don't know it yet. You can't see it yet, but it's not your business to handle it. That victory is too great for one person to take the glory for. It is God's glory. It is God's victory. It is God's situation, and it is God's charge that he will deliver you. He is delivering you through this circumstance, through the situation, through whatever you might be going through. God has already brought you out. So be patient. Fear not. Let your anxiety and your worries die. Leave that behind. Trust him. Know that he is moving. Know that he has done a great thing in you. Know that he will continue to do what he did before. Because just like he did it last year, last month, last week, yesterday, he'll do it today. I just want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity, the beautiful host, Miss Beauty Cooper. I thank God for her life. I thank God for her for giving me the opportunity to minister unto you. And if this word has touched you, I ask that you would sow a seed. Sow a seed so that this ministry can continue. If you have Cash App, I would ask that you would sow a seed to Miss Beauty to keep this ministry going. Every seed counts. We were in Numbers 21. I ask that you sow a seed of $21 today. I ask that you sow that seed and that you bless her hands, because she truly is a woman of her word and a woman of God. If you need her Cash App information, her Cash App is okay. Get it written down. $BEAUTYCOOPER. Beauty Cooper at Cash App. You all have a blessed day, and I thank you for tuning in to On the Couch with Beauty. God bless you.